This is Sunraysia Daily News with Sarah Harmon.
A $30 million recycling plant capable of turning problematic waste into energy has been given the green light by Mildura Rural City Council. Sydney-based company Sustainable Clean Energy says it can now ramp up plans for the world-first pyrolysis plant at Coolong, which will recycle items including tyres and mattresses to produce both agricultural diesel and base load electricity. The wise words of William Shakespeare sounded out across Mildura Arts Centre for the second day of the 38th Mildura Eisteddfod today. Speech and drama continued with performers taking to the stage with Shakespeare monologue solos and character duologues. The Eisteddfod will continue across the next 2.5 weeks with the pianoforte section to get underway from 7:30 p.m. tonight. Sunraysia's lowest paid workers were given a boost this week after the Fair Work Commission increased the national minimum wage to $672.70 per week. Minimum wage earners will get an extra $15.80 per week, a 2.4% rise. Community groups welcomed the decision, but business groups expressed concern the additional cost would lead to job cuts. 5 local schools celebrated World Environment Day with a trip to the Mildura Eco Village today. More than 160 students took part in a range of activities and learned about recycling, threatened native species and conserving water, with sessions hosted by Mildura Rural City Council, Lower Murray Water and the Loddon Mallee Waste Group. People across the world will celebrate World Environment Day this Sunday with this year's theme, Go Wild for Life. The onset of winter this week, punctuated by a chilly overnight low of 4.5 degrees on Thursday morning, brought an end to the warmest Mildura autumn on record. Summer lingered this year as an unseasonably warm March, also the hottest on record in Mildura, began with 17 consecutive days above 30 degrees. That run of warm days also contained the hottest March day on record, 42.1 degrees on March 6. And set the tone for the remainder of the season. The autumn warmth was part of a nationwide trend. To preview this weekend's Sunraysia Football and Netball League draw, here's Phil Saw.
Competition leaders Mildura and South Mildura will butt heads at number 3 Oval in round 7 of Sunraysia Football, a round in which every result can have an impact on spots in the top 4. The Bulldogs have come off the boil with a couple of scratchy efforts against hungry opponents in recent weeks, while Mildura went into its 2-week break unbeaten and flying. That break is the imponderable in this equation. Will the D's hit the ground running or prove vulnerably sluggish if the Dogs come out snarling? South needs a win from this engagement or it will squander its 4-0 start, so that should ensure a typically tight contest between these two traditionally feisty opponents. Irimple and Wentworth looks another potential agate rattler, the Roos showing plenty to like in their defeat of the Dogs last start, and the Swallows persisting gamely to get up in a close call at Merbeen. Both sides are vying for a top 4 spot, and each will be keen to confirm its credentials, with the return of goal-kicking ace Jason Eagle likely to tip the contest Irimple's way. A similar situation obtains at Blackburn Park, where Oyen United has the opportunity to build its case against the Magpies. Merbeen holds 4th place with 3 wins from 5 outings, but the Kangas will have gained a shot of confidence from securing their 2nd win at Redcliffs last week, and another good showing at home could put them squarely in the mix. At the John James Oval, Robinvale Euston will be buoyant on the strength of back-to-back wins that have put them within reach of the 4. But reigning premiers Redcliffs must surely be aware that another loss, leaving them at 1-6, which incidentally was the price of a packet of Cravenay cork tips in 1965, would almost certainly mean the jig is up.
In other sport, Mildura Lady Heat star Vanessa Power will play her 250th game for Mildura tomorrow night in Big V basketball against Craigieburn. The reigning MVP made her debut for Mildura in 2002 and has been consistently one of the best scoring threats in the competition throughout her career. On the Sunraysia netball court, former Australian diamond Demelza Fellows will take the court for Oyen United tomorrow. The defender will be a big inclusion for the home side against visitors Merbeen. In the round's other games, Irimple host Wentworth, Redcliffs travel to Robinvale Euston's home court and Mildura head next door to Sarah Oval. In Millewa football tomorrow, it's a top-of-the-table clash between Bamble and Golgol. Bamble go into the game undefeated and with the wood on the Hawks courtesy of a 55-point win in round 1. Elsewhere, Cardross host Nanjalok and Warringah battle Werrimore at the Lake. In women's football, Warringah and Werrimore clash before the Millewa game and Cardross host Bamble for the second successive week. To the weather, partly cloudy in Mildura tomorrow. We're heading for a high of 17 degrees and a low of 8. For these stories and more, pick up tomorrow's issue of Sunraysia Daily. I'm Sarah Harmon. Join me on Monday for the latest news from across the region.